What's good, everybody? It's the Clownwood Cap Show. Shout out to the great Will Smith, such an icon. He first started off rapping, then he went to Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which was my favorite growing up as a kid, and he played in so many great movies. He just won his first Oscar last night, and we saw kind of what developed during this performance. It was crazy. It really was. We had Chris Rock up there, a great comedian, one of the best of all time. Shout out to the great Chris Rock. But last night, we saw a different side of Chris Rock. And I think Chris Rock is a little soft in a way. He did handle it good. But, really it made Chris Rock look like a chick, dude. Made him look like a freaking bitch, dude. It really did. He just sat there and he was like starstruck. And a lot of people thought it was staged and all this. I thought it was staged at first until Will Smith started yelling at Chris Rock and said, "Keep my wife's name out your effing mouth." That's what word for word what Will Smith said to Chris Rock. And Chris Rock was just like, "Dude, it's a G.I. Jane joke. I'm going to, okay? I'm going to keep your wife's name out of my mouth." That's what Chris Rock was kind of just like, "Dude, I can't believe it." And a lot of people in the media want to defend Chris Rock and say, "Oh, Chris Rock, he did this, he did that." No, dude, I'm defending Will Smith, dude. We're talking about, Jada Smith. She does have a hair loss issue right now. And Chris Rock, this wasn't the first time he went at them. And this is his second time. And Will Smith was just like, at first I was like, all right, Will Smith starts laughing. And I think Will Smith laughed. And then he looked at his wife and she was like, "No, this ain't funny. This joke crossed the line." And that's when Will Smith proceeds to walk up to Chris Rock and slap him, dude. Slap him like a G. He straight up slapped him and turned around and walked back to his seat. That was one of the most iconic moments I've ever seen. This might have been a more iconic moment than Janet Jackson at the Super Bowl, dude. And that was years ago. Dude, it was crazy. And a lot of people, yes, we have our opinions. So much is said, but look, Will Smith, I feel him there. You're going to go at his wife. You're talking about his wife. She does have a problem with hair loss, and he's going to go at her like that. And a lot of people are just like, "Oh, Will Smith could have not acted like that." But Will Smith was saying, "Man, am I going to defend my wife? Or, I'm going to hear about this, the next month if I don't defend my wife at home." You know what I'm saying? So Will Smith had the right to do that. Do I support violence? Absolutely not. I think Will Smith could have handled it a lot better and went up to him and said, "Hey, keep my, whatever out of your mouth." But Will Smith did it the G way. He straight up walked up there, all nonchalant, smiling when he walked up, and then said, boom, right in his face. Chris Rock just sat there, dude. He was just like, "Oh, did he just do this to me?" Let's say the roles were reversed here. Let's say it was The Rock. To Rock, the WWF Rock, right? The WWE Rock. Let's say Will Smith smacked him. What would have happened? Would The Rock have went at him? You know what I'm saying? I think it would have been a little different, but we're talking about Chris Rock here. And I think Chris Rock and Will Smith didn't have the best friendship anyway. They really didn't. And Will Smith, won the Oscar for King Richard, plays a father and the coach of the great tennis players, obviously the GOAT tennis player, Serena and Venus Williams. And I haven't seen the movie. I definitely need to see it. But Will Smith, he's such an icon, dude. He plays in so many great movies to Wild Wild West back in the day. Ali, he portrays Muhammad Ali in that boxing film. That was great. I Am Legend was great. I, Robot was great. The Pursuit of Happiness was amazing, dude. I can't believe he didn't win an Oscar for that. That was a great film. That was probably one of Will Smith's best films. Then he hit Suicide Squad. But I just think Will Smith, his whole career, how it started from rapping, being born in Philadelphia to really blowing up to Fresh Prince. I think that was my favorite Will Smith. And I think a lot of people who like Will Smith, that was definitely, the prime Will Smith days, right? The Fresh Prince, it was iconic, dude. The whole sequence of Fresh Prince was amazing to me. But what I saw last night was, Will Smith, just his tipping point. And Jada and Will Smith don't have the best relationship as a married couple, but for Will to come out like that and defend his wife, I like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't support violence. I don't think people should start doing this at the Oscars. This is the MTV Awards. This is the Oscars here. So many people are just like, this did not just happen, dude, on live TV. People in the audience was just like starstruck, like, dude, no way. Will Smith did just do this. This was straight G shit right here. This was straight G. Will Smith does not play around, and Chris Rock was not ready for this. Chris Rock didn't know what to do. He really did. He just sat there and was just like, wow. Like, what did Will Smith just do to me? He just slapped me. He made me look like a bitch on live TV, and I didn't do nothing about it. That's that. That was Chris Rock to a T last night. And Will Smith was not playing. Like I said, keep my wife's name out your effing mouth. He said it twice. And then Chris Rock proceeded to say it was a G.I. Jane joke. I'm going to, okay? I got you. When Chris Rock knew he was on that level, I think Chris Rock handled it great like a professional. Now, let's say if Chris Rock was a little loopy. Let's say this was Kid Rock instead of Chris Rock. Let's say Kid Rock was out there and Will Smith went up to Kid Rock and slapped him in the face. Now, Kid Rock, I think, would have reacted a lot differently than the way Chris Rock acted. Okay, we can all agree to that, right? I think Kid Rock would have slapped Will Smith back, and there would have been a fight on stage. Or Kid Rock might have been like, you know what? I'm a Will Smith fan. I'm going to let that one go. But the next one, Will, I'm definitely going to throw punches that time, okay? You just never know. But I just think Will Smith, he's such an icon. Do I give him a pass? Absolutely, dude. Fresh Prince, that's why I'll give him a pass. Because of Fresh Prince. Because of all the iconic films that Will Smith has been in, dude. Like, I'm going to give Will Smith a pass. Because he's Will Smith, dude. One of the best actors of all time. Like I said, first started rapping, dude. And not to mention, not Bad Boys 2. Bad Boys 2 was one of my favorite films from Will Smith as well. Martin Lawrence, those were great films as well. Men in Black, back in the day. Men in Black was great films with Will Smith. So I think, Will Smith, his whole career is really, piled up into last night. And he was just at the tipping point. He didn't want to hear it. And I think really what set him off was his wife looking at him and saying, this ain't a joke. And she was shaking her head like, man, I feel the pain in that joke. You know what I'm saying? That joke crossed the line in a way. And so Will, he said, okay, baby, I got you. I'm going to go walk up there and make him look like an idiot, dude. Straight up slapped him. And the way Will Smith slapped him, it wasn't like, oh, wind up. It was one of those quick ones where it's like he didn't see it coming. Chris Rock did not see this coming, dude. He just straight went, bop. Real quick, and the aftermath was just powerful, dude. It was just one of them, like, boom. He's like, you're my son now, okay? Don't talk like that. Have some respect on my wife's name. That's what Will Smith is, and for me, I'm going to defend Will Smith on this one. I think Will Smith had the right to do what he did, and Chris Rock really crossed the line here. It would have been different if Chris Rock went at Will Smith, but he went out his wife, dude. It's different to go out Will Smith. Say jokes about Will Smith, and I think Will Smith would have took it, not as personal as he did because of his wife. So, this was one of them things where I think it's funny, dude. I think it's silly. I think it's funny. I don't think it's staged. The only part I thought it was staged is when he walked up and you could kind of see like Chris Rock kind of lean in like, what? What are you going to do, Will? Are you going to really punch me in front of live TV at the Oscars where millions are watching right here? You're not going to do it. And he did. And Chris Rock was like, wow, dude, really? I just got hit in the face. I just got bitch slapped by Will Smith. If I was a comedian, Will Smith did that, I would laugh there. I would be like, I'm sorry, Will. I should have never said it. I deserve that. And I'll proceed to say, Will, you want another shot? You can slap me again on the other cheek. Because he's Will Smith, dude. I think this whole story here is kind of went over the top to where it's like, oh, this is going to happen again or whatnot. I just think Chris Rock crossed the line, dude. And Chris Rock knew it, dude. He kind of knew it in that moment where he's like, oh, shit. Like, I should have never even said anything about Jada. G.I. Jane 2, I can't wait to see it. That's what he said. And that right there, that's when it was kind of like, oh, damn, dude. G.I. Jane, she was the bald chick in that movie. Just little things start to add up. And Will Smith looked at his wife and said, no, you're not going to call my wife G.I. Jane 2, G.I. Jane 2, and, I can't wait to see that film when it comes out. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So Will Smith had the right to do it, and he did. And Chris Rock, rest in peace. I mean, dude, he really looked like an idiot. And a lot of people are like, oh, no, Will Smith looked like an idiot. No, it was Chris Rock who looked like the idiot last night. Because Chris Rock is the one who started this thing. And Will Smith said, you know what? You're going to start it, Chris. I'm going to finish it here. Boom. I love Chris Rock, too. I really do. But that moment right there was just like, damn, Chris Rock. Even when that joke was said, I was like, ooh, man. That one hit a little bit, Kind of like, we do an abortion joke. that one hit a little bit, right? The abortion jokes hit. They do. This one hit kind of like that, dude. Kind of like an abortion joke. Sometimes they can be funny, but other times it just rubs somebody the wrong way. And it rubbed Jada the wrong way. And Will looked at her. She gave him the look, and he knew right then and there. He effed up, dude. Chris Rock, dude, this is crazy. Do I support this? No, absolutely not. But at the end of the day, I'm taking Will's side on this. You talk about somebody's wife, man. Like, this is a little too personal. I get it, dude. Chris Rock, he's funny. He's a great comedian. One of the best of all times. But, dude, we're talking about Will Smith here. One of the best actors to ever do it. Rapper turned actor, dude. This story, Fresh Prince. That was when I loved Will Smith. Truly, dude. I was a kid then. I was like, I love Will Smith, dude. Fresh Prince was the shit, dude. It really was. And I just think, leading up to this, I can't believe this was his first Oscar. I think he should have won a lot more Oscars. Even I Am Legend went hard. So many films that Will Smith just portrays in it, they're great. They're great films, dude. He even has another one I seen, I can't remember at the top of my head, where he plays on a different planet and he's with his son and they try to survive. That's a great one. I can't remember at the top, but just so many great films that freaking Will Smith plays, dude. I just think Will Smith felt very disrespected when that happened. When his wife looked at him and said, "This ain't funny, dude. This ain't a joke." And Will Smith, we got the other side of Will Smith, like, "Hey, bro, I'm not playing here." I think it was more of a laugh, like, say something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, say something. Like, straight up. There's no more jokes here to be said, dude. And Will Smith, dude, he does not play. And the way he just slapped him, dude, it was one of them, like, damn, dude. Holy cow, we're going to see this for, the next 10 to 15, 20 years from now. People are going to be bringing this video up and saying this was one of the most iconic moments, dude. This was crazy. This was insane, dude. It really was. But, looking at it from a bigger perspective, Chris Rock and Will Smith, I think they'll get over this eventually. I think they'll come to terms and say, look, I apologize for my actions. Chris Rock will say, I apologize for, calling your wife G.I. Jane 2. I can't wait to see that. You know what I mean? Like, stuff like that. That stuff starts to add up. The anger starts to add up. It just rises. And I think Will Smith understands, hey, I should have took it that far. Maybe I should have went up there and said, hey, apologize to my wife right now. Come down. I think it would have been better for Will Smith to say, hey, come down right now and apologize to my wife to her face. Like right now. You know what I'm saying? That would have been more professional, right? But I think Will Smith lost it. He saw his wife's face and said, you know what? I'm just going to go up there and slap him and show him who's boss here. And that's what he did. He gave him a quick right and said, boom, I am gone. I'm going to turn around and walk back in my seat, and I'm still going to yell at you, Chris Rock. Like, seriously. And people were like, dude, no way. I think this was crazy. But, for Will Smith, man, shout out to Will Smith. I love Will Smith. It's iconic, dude. Like I said, so many great films Will Smith has played. I love Chris Rock too, but I'm taking Will Smith's side, baby. I hope the whole media, I hope the whole world is taking Will Smith's side. It's the Clown with Gab show. Let's go!